Tyres are often a distressed purchase, and that sadly means people are often driven by price rather than the quality of the product. But why spend extra on a premium tyre? What benefits does it bring? Well, recently I spent some time testing 12 of the most popular 205, 55, 16-inch tyres across a range of tests to find out exactly which tyre was best where. To highlight exactly why a budget tyre isn't always the best solution, I'm going to concentrate on two tyres from this test. That is the new premium Goodyear EfficientGrip Performance 2 and the budget we used, which was the Goodride RP28. Despite the similar sounding names, the two tyres had very different performances. Wet and dry braking are the key safety test of the tyres. During wet braking, the EfficientGrip Performance 2 had a 7.7 metre shorter braking distance in comparison from the budget tyre from 50 miles an hour. This means that when you're stopped on the premium tyre, you'd still be travelling at over 20 miles an hour on the budget tyre, which is the difference between stopping safely and quite a big bump. The advantage also carried over into dry braking, where the premium tyre had a full car length advantage over the budget. Wet and dry handling is another key safety test because it shows exactly how the tyre responds when it's loaded up, as it would be in emergency situations. During the wet handling test, the Goodyear was nearly 7 seconds faster around the wet handling circuit, and the tyre was more predictable and balanced. Like in braking, this advantage carried over to the dry, with the Goodyear just shy of 3 seconds faster than the budget tyre. So for all this extra grip, are there any trade-offs in other areas? Sometimes tyre manufacturers can reduce the aquaplaning performance in order to put more rubber in contact with the road to get extra grip. But in my test, the Goodyear was still 7% better than the budget tyre in the aquaplaning test. It also had over 17% lower rolling resistance than the budget tyre, which means you'll be saving money on fuel throughout the tyre's life. So that's another reason a budget tyre can be a false economy. The Goodyear was also a much nicer place to be, with lower cabin noise and higher subjective comfort levels, which meant it rounded out the imperfections in the road and just gave you a nicer all-out driving experience. Sadly, wear is the only thing I didn't get to test in my own test, but the German testing experts at TÜV have recently tested a number of premium tyres for real-world tread life. This test has shown the new Goodyear has over 20% better tread life than the next nearest premium rival, so don't think you're giving up tread wear to get the extra grip and performance and comfort and rolling resistance from a premium tyre. You're not. So this test highlights, as many other tests have done in the past, by fitting a budget tyre, not only are you reducing the safety aspect of your tyre in wet and dry braking and handling, you're also going to be spending more on fuel, having more issues with comfort and noise, and generally a worse experience all round when you're driving. For me, this is why I'd always recommend a premium tyre, but I also recommend that you should do your own research. Use sites like Tyre Reviews or any of the other sites on the internet to find out which tyre best suits your driving criteria. Go online, do your research, but I'm fairly confident if you do your research, you're not going to end up picking a budget tyre.